Hello everyone, my name is Gevar and this is Let's Play Satisfactory. So I've been working on the biomass production chain. So yeah, there were a few changes and there are a few finishing touches for me to do. So for the input, I decided not to use wall because these splitters or poles are much more compact. If I decided to use walls, I would have to use 3 levels, and now I could fit everything into 2 levels. So this is the input. So there are 3 elevators which go down to the ground level. There are 3 containers where I could put the leaves, wood and alien carapaces, and they will go over here. I will not be making biomass from mycelia because this is the mycelia is used also for production of healing inhaler, or I believe the fabric. So yeah, and also so all the input goes through here, and over here there is a stack of 3 splitters. 1 splitter will go to the first constructor, then one will go to the second and one to the third, and the output will go over here. All the constructor will be producing biomass, so 1, 2, 3 over here. And now we actually have splitter with biomass going to the final constructor, which will make fuel, biofuel from biomass. But also I have splitted it over here, so the biofuel will go down over there and up to this container, but also some part of biomass will go over here because biomass is useful for production of other stuff as well. So sometimes I will have to handcraft something, and yeah, I would like to have some biomass supply. So this area over here is a temporary solution. I will beautify it later. And over here we've got our containers, our constructors. All that's left to do is to create some pathways. So for example this and this, that, and over here I believe, actually I think I will need to remove this. Yeah, guess I will need to make it like that. So once you have placed containers or other stuff, you could easily remove the unnecessary foundations and replace them with other things. So there are some things to be done left. So first of all I need to create the power grid. Not over here. I want it to be the same as it is in other buildings, so like this, here and here. Like that. Now I need to connect them to each other. they should be powered right now. So yeah, and now I don't need this foundation. They were useful for placing these power poles, but I will actually make some pathways, or maybe I'll just leave the foundations if I can. So like this, and the reason is I want to place a wall around this building. Let's make it like this, maybe. Yes, I need to. I'm not sure how I want to handle this. Maybe I'll make all this build outside, not indoors, but on the outside like this. So I will need to make some pathways, etc. So this belt is interfering with our foundation, but let's find out if I could. Yeah, I can place the pathways around it. So yeah, let's do that. Like this. And as usual, the things I'm doing might seem a little chaotic, and the reason is because they are. I've got the beautiful mind and I do remember many stuff. Oh, there is a space for the pathway, so let's use it. Okay, and oh, there is one. Let's make the frame around the whole building. Like this. And I'm out of plates, so let's find out if I have any supply of them. Yeah, I do. So yeah, after dealing with this, we will kickstart the energy production, but actually we don't need that much power right now because we are not producing anything. So yeah, and later on we will deal with the supply chain for the input materials. Sure, I probably should place the foundations over here. Let's try it. Yeah, looks fine to me. This, so this will have to be a corner. So this side is done. It looks good to me. And we'll have to finish this side as well. And I'm thinking about making some kind of ramp down somewhere over here. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. So I will make, oops, almost fell. Like this. So there needs to be a foundation over here. And since we've got this, it's probably a better idea to have a flat surface over here and steep ramp down over there. And things like this. One corner. And since we are here, I will have to set up the production. So the topmost belt will be for the alien carapaces, so I don't have the recipe yet. The mid one will be for wood, and the bottom one will be for the leaves. Now I do have some fuel on me, but before I use it, I think this space over here is a good place to put observation tower. And take a look around. So yeah, over here we've got huge forest, and yeah, that's mostly the things we can see. I believe this is the entrance for the desert canyon that goes just behind these cliffs over there. And over there, this mountain is part of the rocky desert. And there is this pink forest and late game area I've never been to. So yeah. Now let's try to get down somehow. Okay. And we could kickstart the production. know if I've got more fuel, but it should be enough for now. Now this place over here, I think I'll just put the walls over there. And maybe a little pathway. And this, a ramp down. So we'll need doors over here. So yeah, this is the slight annoyance in this experimental build. Every time you load the game, all the buildings in your menu have this new tag like this, and I don't know if I will leave this ramp, probably not, so I won't be bothering with building this pathway over there. So yeah, there's that. And now I think I want to create the mine, iron mine, because I will be making a lots of belts. So I need iron plates. So to do so I need iron mine, and there are actually two iron nodes quite close, and they are pure iron nodes, so they will produce 120 iron per minute, so it's like 4 smelters each. So these are the materials I need, and actually I do have them, except for the miners. So let's go grab them. Not sure where they are. Yeah, only 2 of these are needed. Yeah, and since we are going somewhere, let's maybe unlock the milestone. I need more wire. This one is not needed anymore. So I need more cables, namely 100 of them. And speaking of cables, I will need to drag the power from here down to the surface. So yeah. So actually, what
buildings aimed at factory traversal, including several different categories of jump pads, can now be accessed in the build menu. Caution is recommended during use of these products.
So actually, I think I'll extend this foundations over there, because this is where all the input is supposed to go. As you can see, this this elevator is underneath, over this place exactly. I will need a ramp. Yeah, maybe let's start it over here. Maybe even over here. this. Another ramp starting here. And another one over here. I don't have any fuel on me, so I can't cut these trees, but I believe I wanted to have the plates production somewhere around here, so let's drag the input lift from here, so anywhere really. So for example over here. Yeah. And face it in this direction. This is the place I need to move my iron. There is also another one over here for the iron rods. This one, just to avoid confusion, will be removed. And yeah, let's go build some iron mines and also smelters. So I believe the iron is very close by. Yeah, over here. So let's take a look around. If I could easily drag it up the cliff, yeah, because it's down here, or should I drag them around the whole cliff? I think I will use the lifts to get the iron up there. No, actually, here is the road, and I like the idea of having resources dragged along this route. So there is one more thing to decide. If I want my smelters near my base or near the iron source, and I think the answer is near the iron source. So yeah, let's start with miners. And since this is the road and I would like to avoid building over it, I think the smelters, or maybe I should place the smelters alongside the road, so this way I will get closer to the actual. No, I won't be placing smelters here because there is a slope and it would be kind of ugly for the foundations, etc. So let's face the miners in this direction, more or less. One and the second one. Maybe I'll try to make them more parallel. I think this is quite good orientation. Now let's jump on the miner so I could line up the foundation just right. These are a little too low, so let's place them this high. And also let's rebuild it so it's more, yeah, like this. Actually, this will be too close to the miner because the angle will be too steep. So let's build as far as we can. So this is, yeah, and we are taking 120 iron per minute. So this is the amount the belt Mark II can transport. And this is the amount the 4 smelters can process. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I believe I need one more row of foundations. Let's make it over here and let's make it a little bit wider. And now smelters. So this one is not right because it's not centered. And yeah, the idea will be to process the raw resources on the spot. They are being excavated and then transport processed resources to the base. So now we need splitters. I actually assumed that the number is right, but yeah, it takes 30 ore per minute. So yeah, I'll place the splitter over here. With the input over there. And the next this. I will create this chain using the belts Mark 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. But later on I'll upgrade them once I will have my production of reinforced plates up and running. Right now I just want to start it, so something will begin to happen. I can't afford, but I have the factory nearby. I need mostly plates. And later on I will obviously make use of the other minor resource nodes around here, but right now the tool will be enough. So I believe I have 6 pure iron nodes around this location. 2 over there, 2 over there, and let's take a look. Or maybe not, maybe the location has changed. And obviously I will later on make these foundations better looking. This, and now the mergers, and I haven't decided just yet if I would rather move all the resources in one line or make it 2 separate lines. So obviously I don't have the belt capacity to transport 240 items per minute, but it might be possible later. On the other hand, single belt, let's make it double. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the single one, and 4 for the double. This. This one will go over here. all that's left to do is getting the electricity over here and moving all the stuff we are producing to our factory. I'm actually going to use this pulse and just hope I'll place them close enough to each other. There are two spots I will need to drag my belts to. So let's just assume this is the last place they will be moving together. Oh, this is the wrong direction. And this one is probably the same, so let's actually make it like this. Should be right. The same goes here. Obviously I will have to upgrade these belts later on, because right now they could transport only 60 items per minute and the production is 120. Oops. Too long, so let's make one stop in between. So the last thing to do is to get the electricity. I could drag it from my first base, but ultimately all the power will come from this area. Also, ultimately it will come from power plants, for example coal power plants, but right now this is the let's make it like this. Actually, I could drag it over there, but I think I want it alongside the belts. Oh, and I can't afford it. I need more cables. But yeah, I think this will be it. I'll drag the energy and set up the production for rods and plates, and later for the concrete and wire. But for now that will be it, so thanks for watching and see you next time.